I wanted to share a quick little video on a loom that I have that I've been working with just today. I bought it probably a week or so ago, but finally had the opportunity to use it tonight. This is what it looks like. I got it from Walmart, and you're probably looking at it going, that looks strange. It's got two sides. This side, which you can see that I'm actually working on, or it's got this side with smaller pegs. Basically what it's designed for is to make what's called tube scarves, or just simple, really skinny scarves, if you use this side. But if you use the smaller side when it comes out, it'll probably be like half the size width, and you could use it for like the handles to bags or something that you knit. But as you can see, I'm working on this side. And it was pretty simple. All I had to do was drop a piece of string down through, that's where the tail came from, and just wrap it around like you would a normal loom. As you can see, you're just wrapping it around. So it goes all the way around to the beginning. So it looks like you would normally have it look with the two strands. Then you take your normal crochet hook and you just go and pull the bottom one over the top one. And that's all you do, the bottom over the top, bottom over the top. Now what's cool about this is it does go pretty fast. I made one earlier and I think it took about an hour, but that was only because I have a 4-year-old running around, so I wasn't able to, I had to put it down a couple times and things like that and get dinner and all that. But from the time I started it to when I actually finished it, it was like an hour and a half, so probably uninterrupted. You could probably whip these out half hour to 45 minutes, probably, if that. I'm a little slower than some people. But I just like it because it's pretty cool because it just comes out the bottom, and then basically when you're all done with it, you take it off just like you would if you were making a hat with the extra thread and working it underneath all these pegs and lifting off the loops and then tying it together like you would a loom hat if you've made one of those before. That's how you're going to take this off on this side. And then all you do is, with your crochet hook or whatever, you're going to do the same thing, is just bind that off, which I actually did that in the beginning, just to see how it would work. But I thought this was really cute because I finished one, I added some like mini little tassels on it, and it just was cute. Because of spring and summer coming up, I don't want to have to make a lot of big, thick scarves, so I figured this is a great great accessory that's little and, style up your wardrobe, I guess. I do have a craft show coming up in Messina, New York on June 4th, 2011. I will be doing that with a friend of mine called Jules, who does her own jewelry. If you're interested, you can check out my website at www.virginiamgalligan.webs.com, and I will post the web address at the bottom here too, so you can see it. But this is just a hobby. I'm a writer, and I was just looking for something different to do, maybe bring in a little extra cash, whatever. So I decided, a friend had introduced, talked to me about knitting. She does it the normal way. Her name's Sarah. She does it, I call it the normal knitting way with the needles and all that. Not my thing. I prefer the loom type stuff because to me it's just easier, because it's easier to know where I left off, all that good stuff. But there's nothing you can do with it. I'm working on a shawl. I've done a baby blanket that I have a video on here for, hats, and thicker scarves, but right now my project is the littler ones. And I know it looks a little weird, like when I first saw it start coming out the bottom, I'm like, that looks kind of inappropriate. But I'm not using brown or anything, so I guess that makes it a little better. But anyhow, it's fun to do, and I'm just playing around with it today. I have a couple ideas of things to kind of hopefully make it look a little cuter. I've got a couple different ideas, but I don't want to share them right now because I want to see if I can get them to work out first. Like I said, very simple. All I'm doing is going around the same way I would a loom. I'm sure you could do a purl stitch if you wanted. I'm sure if you know any other kind of stitches, you can do them as well and see how the scarf works out. I made one that was rainbow one. It actually kind of did like this. If you see up close, it works really well with multicolored ones to kind of almost make them each a little separate. I do plan on doing some solid colored ones a little bit too, but just something cute to do. So I just figured I'd share. Okay, and the time that it took me to review the other video just to see how it looked, this is how much more I was able to get done. You can see, so it does move pretty fast. This is probably like maybe 10 minutes of work. Like I said, I'm kind of slow at it, but I just want to show that it does move pretty quickly. And I'm going to try to do these in different lengths too, for adults, kids, all that. I have a 4-year-old, like I said, so sometimes I'm draping these around her neck. I draped the other one earlier to say, okay, is it for a kid or is it for an adult? So I knew how much further I had to go. But like I said, it's a fun hobby. I mean, I would definitely recommend it to anybody else to just try it. You know, my friend was kind of right when she said knitting can kind of be relaxing and stuff. So yes, Sarah, you were kind of right. And thanks for introducing to me knitting again. But I just wanted to put this at the end. I might actually attach a couple pictures of the scarf I did earlier on this, unless I get this one done and decide to do a picture of that as well. I may post, like I said, a picture of the other scarf that I did just to show you what it looks like when it's done. But I just wanted to share that it does move fast, so good investment, $5-6, and no telling how many of these you can make before it breaks. And what I also noticed is some of these pegs can be removed, which I'm sure means if you wanted to, you could remove some and still go around, and it would just leave a little more space if you wanted, just not as tight knit probably. So I may try that out and see how that works too. So it gives you different opportunities. So I would say give it a try.